Hi, Agnes.
Oh, cheers, Scott.
Can you test? Can you?
Yeah, get to Backpedal,
Can
subscribe.
you test this?
Scott's going to try.
Am I live,
some
Agnes?
New tech. Yeah, man, this is what I'm learning. Go slow to go fast. Sorry, my mouth was open.
So, Agnes, if you want to join, you can join me. You can click that link, and I can pull it up here. So, if anyone wants to join, assuming I'm live and you can hear me, can you hear Phil as well? I can see you and Phil. Can you hear us okay?
You're halfway, but not in terms of time.
Yes, a bit softer. I can hear Phil. Okay, how I can pull Phil up a bit. So
hit the sub 4 hours at this pace.
I can do that with Phil. I can maybe drag my mic down a bit. Yeah, here, both of you. Hi, Dean Dingle. So there's a link. Let me put this link. Can I put it in the comments? I guess I can. So let me just edit this. Testing for 10 minutes. just say
let the pedals float.
Just say error occurred. Right, there's a link. No, just you. Hi, Neil. How are you? I can pull up your thing.
You're in the base build now, so you had a hard intervals up until the new year.
Hi, Ryan.
Some easier kilometers, easier to recover from.
Okay, so I can mute Phil as well from here, I think. So we'll work on that. Maybe I can lower myself down. Ed's just on a call. So Jason says, hi, Ryan. That's Jason Vaughan. Vaughany's got the Ed mode shirt on here. So you can see that. And we can, if anyone wants to join, so go up to my comment. Can I pin it? Don't know if I can pin it. So if anyone wants to join me, you should be able to just go here, bring you in. I'll bring you in. So hit the link here and you should be able to come in and help me test it. I think Ed's on the call. So hi, Lord DeLego. I've just muted Phil. So let's just put Phil back up. Maybe if I turn my...
Yeah, the polarized I love. I've loved Ed Laverack's polarized training
if you can hear Phil better now.
2 to 3 hard days, the rest easy, or rest days. Oh.
Thanks, Neil. That was good fun, wasn't it? On New Year's Eve. So
wait a sec. Take a bit more on.
Let me just mute Phil a sec. So yeah, that was good. So we get that was good fun with the girls. They hate being on the video, so thank you to those three. And it was good, wasn't it? Ed was just getting a little bit drunk every time. I tried to finish the stream a couple of times, and then we just kept on talking. So
this is quite challenging for me here.
Oh my God! Look, it's Lord to Lego. It's definitely not you. Come on, Lord, we want a real one. Pretty cool feature. Who is that? Is that? I can't see. What NBA team's that? Right. Oh, Agnes is here. Sorry, Agnes. I've just seen you. I'm going to add you to the stream.
Nice one, Hugh. Appreciate you dipping in and out. I mean, crikey. It's a long old live stream, this. I appreciate anyone spending 5 or 10 minutes here. Thank you very much.
Hello, Agnes. Going to mute Phil a sec.
Hello.
Hello, it's Agnes. How are you?
Yeah, okay. You?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you for sending in the video the other day for the Christmas special.
Yeah, that was funny. It was great. It was a great event. Yeah.
It took me 3 hours to edit your bit down because you sent so much epic footage. It was brilliant.
Oh, I didn't know. What?
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So what's your plans for 2021 then, Agnes?
Well, I want to do a 200 kilometer for the first time.
In one ride?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That is
No.
what, how flat? Very flat?
Yeah, it's very flat, of course. Yeah. It's just that I have to push on. Yeah.
How long do you think that will take you?
Last time I did the 100 miles, and it took me about 8 hours or so, 7 hours. I'm very slow.
Yeah, but
Very
you.
slow.
So you just got to make sure you keep enough liquid in your bottles, keep enough
Yeah.
water in your bottles, keep drinking and eating. That would be brilliant. When are you thinking of doing that?
Well, when the weather is better, because our weather is awful here.
I bet it's pretty though.
Yeah, it's okay. We have nice routes here. Nice, how do you call it? I forgot the name about of that. the the land with cows and everything, Sorry.
That's all right. Your English is a lot better than Ed Laverack's, so don't.
What?
He's Welsh boy, isn't he? So I love it with Ed. Every time he says something Welsh, it goes into and then he goes, "That was Welsh, by the way." It's like, yeah, we know.
Oh yeah.
Right, are we going to get Lord Lego's going to join us as well?
Okay. Hey,
Come on, Lord.
Okay. I put my camera off because I look awful in the morning.
Well, look at me. Hey, you're not looking as bad as Phil Lovett at the moment. He's just blowing his nose there. So let's just see how he's going.
Yeah, he has courage.
Yeah, he does. That's one word.
Yeah. Okay, well, talk to you later. Talk to
Bye,
Lord. Okay, bye.
Bye, Agnes. Thank you. That was interesting, wasn't it? That was nice to hear, Agnes. Come on, Lord. Let's get in and come on. Got to test
Here's
this
a bit
out
of a
with
low
me.
spot for me.
Phil's having a bit of a low
quite
spot.
so jolly now.
Oops. How can I get the chat back up? Right, let's just get the chat back up on. Oh, I might just break everything. Here we go. Right, let's just. Oh, you can see I can't type very well and do two things. So who have we got here? So many audio streams in my ears.
Any thoughts of taking a pull at the front? A long gone?
Don't know why Phil's gone very narrow. So apologies for it. This is probably not the best. I just wanted to test it live. So if anyone else wants to join, there's a link in the comments there. If anyone wants to get on Backpedal for the first time, come and join. Got to keep catching up with Phil's live.
Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that.
Right, I'm just going to pull up another thing. Oh, I've gone big. Let's put me there. Phil's got his glasses on. It's grinding to a halt. But this is good. Come on, who wants to join me? There must be one person in here that wants to join me. We've got 12 people watching. There's a link. I'll keep posting this link. So you should be able to hit this link. And that I've just put in the comments. And you should be able to join me.
I got the Coke, but not yet emergency Coke time.
I should get Jane on, shouldn't I?
I know. But if I see this through, hi Andy, thank you for joining. Yeah, I've been eating plenty.
Darren.
If I see this through, I'll get a second wind.
Let me just add Darren in. I'm going to mute Phil. Hi, Darren. How are you, mate? You're live on Backpedal.
I thought I'd be brave and join because you seem so sad that nobody was joining. Agnes joined, but then I think
it was. You could see me dying on my ass and thought I need to help him out a bit. This is good, isn't it? So Lord Lego says hi, Darren. There we go.
I need to work out which thing I need to mute and which thing I should listen to. So I should. Hi, Lord.
Yeah, because I can unmute Phil from here, but I don't know how loud.
Makes a massive difference.
Can you hear Phil now through
American jelly. I've actually got some American jelly beans.
He's talking about American jelly beans there. So can you, Darren, can you see Phil on your screen? Through my shared thing.
I can see Phil. Yeah, I can see Phil on YouTube there and on StreamYard over there.
Okay. Can you hear him through StreamYard, or is that going to blow your mind to see where it's coming from?
Wait a minute. Let me mute YouTube.
You mute him, and then I'll put him on unmute now.
Okay.
The race is all right. As
Yep.
you can see, I'm not in the front groups.
Yeah.
Check out Quentin
As you can see, I'm not in the front group. Actually, yeah, it's much better just using StreamYard. I was getting some weird sort of time dilation echo because I was listening on YouTube and StreamYard.
Because if I'm slightly delayed even further, maybe, so if I've just paused it or something. So if I just mute Phil. So this is quite interesting. So that now we can commentate live on Phil's YouTube stream. So that's quite interesting.
Oh, look doesn't this hair look majestic in the fan?
Yeah, well, I've got a close relationship with his hair because I have to cut out his hair for his thumbnails. So sometimes I do it because sometimes when he's like down like that, going hard, and it gets quite sort of wispy. He goes, "Oh, my hair looks a bit boofy," and I'm like, "Well, I can give you a haircut in Photoshop, but yeah."
You should count yourself lucky you don't have to do my hair. It's got really long. It's crazy.
I'm going to have a look at it. Click large. Hold on.
Look at that. It's all over.
There we go.
Look at that.
That's a lovely top as well.
Oh yeah.
Black Cycling Network. Is that who you'll remember?
Well, I'm a sort of associate member. I'm a member of the Facebook group, but I don't live anywhere near London, so I'm not officially a member of the sort of London club itself. But I think it's a good thing to be a member, an associate member of, and I've got the kit. I haven't put it on yet. Look at my hair. My hair's just I need some hair grips.
Oh, I keep going.
And I've got the kit, but that arrived recently. So I've got some nice some socks.
Nice indoor and outdoor. Those ones.
Indoor and outdoor socks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can wear them outside. I'm not quite sure.
Are they thick enough?
Question is.
Are they thick enough at the moment, or are they sort of summer based ones?
Oh no, they're probably just summer, but I don't really get cold feet, and if I did, I'd just wear some overshoes. So yeah, that's not bad. That's all right. And I got this. See, I haven't even opened it. Look at this. You're getting a live unboxing BCN kit. On it's an exclusive, isn't it?
I'm going to tag it.
Exclusive. Look at that.
We can tag it. Oh, nice buff.
Yeah, it's good. And I've got look at that. I've got a jersey as well.
Was this under your Christmas tree? Was it?
Sorry.
Was this all under your Christmas tree?
my self-purchased Christmas tree. Yeah, and I got some shorts as well. So I've got the kit. So I'm going to be when I'm brave enough to go back out on my bike.
Yeah,
and I'm fit enough to go back out on my bike.
Where are you based, Darren?
I live in near Lancaster, up in Lancashire, northwest. So it's pretty cold at the moment. There's ice on the road, so it's not really road bike weather. Yeah,
there's a few people locally going out early, and it's just kind of like. I just look at the ice on top of the roofs, and I just think it's just not worth it. One of my friends from Cotswolds broke both arms on black ice one year, and literally couldn't even do anything. Couldn't obviously wipe their behind, so it was like having to get the kids and wife to wipe it for him. So that's just put me well off, and Nat stops me going out because of that as well.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't particularly choose to go out on my road bike in this weather. I wouldn't be too bothered about my mountain bike. And normally when I'm commuting to work, I will go out whatever the weather, if it's icy or hail or whatever, because I still need to get to work. But luckily for me, I haven't had to go to work or go to the office since March. So,
and you got mudguards, fenders?
Yes, yeah. I always have mudguards on my commuter. I don't have them on my road bike at the moment because when it comes to winter, I tend to not go out on the road bike.
Yeah. And what's your resolution? Did you watch the New Year's Eve stream of us the other day?
I did. I watched. I think I got in probably quite near the end. Ed was already a few red wines into it. I was there for the Fantasilior thing. Clanfire. Yeah.
I can't say Clonefni, so I was thinking like maybe a couple more ciders I would have got. I was trying to find stuff on my phone to say how to pronounce it, but it wasn't working very well. So I was just thinking, yeah, it was kind of like Ed was sort of sloping down, wasn't he? He was doing a Victor Campanart, sort of getting a bit lower, and I thought, yeah, that was it, yeah. And then I was thinking it's time to end the stream, and all of a sudden Ed sort of comes back to life and goes, okay, right, training. It's just like, and he just went off on one, so it's good. And I cut, Phil, there he goes, he's just having a bit of porridge by the looks of it and wiping his face. He had the Austin Powers, The Spy That Shagged Me, so I was hoping for him to. How is he going to do that word? This is great new tech in Backpedal, Scott. So this is StreamYard. So it's quite. I mean, Darren, you've probably seen it advertised if you've got a headset like you have.
Yeah.
A couple of guys set it up, didn't they?
Yeah, I was going to do some streaming myself, but then I thought, well, my garage is a bit of a mess, and my PC that I actually Zwift on isn't really good enough to. I did stream some Veloton stuff back in the summer last year. But it wasn't. It's not the best environment to be streaming from, and with the ones I did do, I streamed several rides talking to myself because obviously when nobody knows who you are, you have a viewership of 0. So
we've all been like,
there. So you're just streaming to nobody, just talking to yourself. Say, all right, I'm going to go for this one. I'll go for I did it for a few, and then I thought, this is just silly. So.
Well, I quite like those. Like I've got Comride's channel where I just stream. The idea was to obviously with the main channel, I think I've got that funny kind of audience where there might be people that just want to watch it on a Sunday night and just chillax and have a laugh. Are they going to want to watch me stream for 120 kilometers? I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the downsides of streaming something like Zwift. I mean, if you're a World of Warcraft streamer or an Overwatch streamer or a League of Legends streamer, there's something going on. It's a game, and you're watching people play the game. So the thing that Nathan Guerra does, where he's streaming himself playing Hearthstone, and he's got Zwift down in a corner in a thumbnail, that works quite well. But Zwift in itself isn't entertaining. You can't just watch somebody riding on Zwift. You have to have the conversation really there, or you've really got to be interested in the race. If they're racing, that's where I don't think Zwift really works as a sort of streamed game for entertainment purposes unless you have the people talking. Because I've certainly watched some streamers when Zwift streamers in the past, and you watch them for a bit and they're not talking, they're not interacting. You say something in chat, they don't notice it, they don't respond to it, and you think, well, yeah, I could just watch myself Zwift.
And that's what Phil. I think Phil doesn't sort of understand the level of interaction that he gives. Like when he's doing the sort of easier rides, I think he sort of thinks he has to just suffer all the time to get viewers and people to watch. But actually, it's those sort of 1 hour steady rides, if he ever does one, where you can just sort of have a chat, can't you, and concentrate on the chat. Whereas I know. I like those live ramp tests because I've usually got someone else next to me, always talking or always trying to keep it going whilst I'm in the pain cave for a few minutes. But
and I think that's also why Ed has been so successful in his sort of Zwift streams. I mean, he's obviously an excellent cyclist anyway in his own right, but he can talk through them. He can carry a conversation. He notices what's going on in the chat, and he interacts with the chat, and that I think makes people feel a lot more valued, and it's not just watching somebody suffer. It's actually having that interaction, and Yeah, so I don't do it.
But
I'd be more likely to do it if it was a sort of environment like this. And I think maybe you've been doing some, or maybe it was another channel. Maybe it was the Film My Run channel, who were doing a sort of Zoom stream where they had various different people on screen, and you're all so the stream is watching the 9 people who were Zwifting in their garages, and I found that was quite interesting, and it's the sort of thing that I would rather see more of in the official Zwift coverage. Is the riders themselves, because the avatars, they don't have very much expression.
Yeah, it's just dead, and you can't see the suffering, can you? And that's the idea that I thought that we could bring it in as as it would be like this, really, StreamYard, but obviously bring in the streams with us over the top, and we can make ourselves a bit bigger or something like that, or even like this. I mean, if I don't think, this might not be as powerful as what we need. We need that kind of intermediate. Looking at the Twitch people that bring in multiple streams, it won't be any worse for our computers, because it's still only one stream going out. Do it on a bit of cloud software and then bump it into it, and that would be quite. But I think you do need someone to then, like, maybe like we can do here, like we can bring sort of Phil up to full screen for a bit if he's on a dodgy bit of the thing, and we can bring his sound in and everything, and then change it to this. But I thought, Phil said a couple of times about, well, I thought I was drafting quite well, and maybe this is the place where people can sort of jump in. Anyone can jump in. I think we can have up to 6 people in the chat, I think, or the video calls. So, and this is the idea for Backpedal. So if we did, Backpedal, we've just been using 3. Ed's got the premium Zoom or whatever, so we can go over the length. So he's been using that, but I still think it's not great for it. It's like the sound wasn't great on New Year's Eve, and that was using Discord and stuff. So I think something like this would be quite helpful, because we'd like to bring a few guests in, but we need to make it as smooth as possible. And with this kind of easy to use, dumbed down, where I can just put you on large, and I can deck it out, put some graphics over there.
Yeah. So do you have like a stream deck and stuff like that, or you just?
No, I don't. No, I've just been using Streamlabs, and I've just got a MacBook which I edit on. I do all my graphic design on a PC, which isn't probably powerful enough to do the streaming. So I just have to sort of have my MacBook on a box next to me, and from OBS or Streamlabs, and then up to YouTube. So with this, we could go out to, it says live stream to LinkedIn as well if we wanted to, and Facebook obviously. But here's Lord. The fact that Ed spends most of his races at 150 beats a minute helps too. No wonder you can read the chat, and that's what it is, isn't it? It's like I raced. What category are you, Darren?
At one point, I got into the very low Bs, but now I'm probably mid C or somewhere like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty much where I was looking back. Ed was like going, bring up your. We did a screen share the other day, and he was like, bring up your training peaks for the last 2 years, and it was just like it made me want to sell my bike. And he was like, what was that spike there? What was that? How fit were you there and stuff? And we look back at some of the races from last year. Like I won a B race in February last year.
Yeah.
And then I started YouTube, and it just went all downhill with the time on the bike. So so we were literally sort of going, now I'm struggling. I don't know if you saw my C race yesterday on Strava, but it was Crit City Bell Lap, which suits me being a bigger rider. But I think it was like 5 kilometers. I got dropped from the front group again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm a bit older, so I'm well past my physiological peak. So I'm never probably and because I've never been at that high end of fitness, I'm probably never going to get there. I think if you get there when you're in your 30s and early 40s, you can probably maintain it better. But to try and get there in my 50s, I think would be ridiculously hard work. So I'm probably never going to do that. And I was doing okay towards.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, well, yeah. He's still in his 30s, though, isn't he, Phil?
Yeah, he is. He's fitter than some of the 20-year-olds I know.
Yeah. I was doing all right in middle to September or so last year, and maybe into October. But then I kind of stopped Swifting, and then towards the end of November, the new World of Warcraft expansion came out, and I've barely been on my bike since then. And so since September, I probably put on about 8 kilos. So yeah, although my Zwift weight hasn't changed because, but it's not my fault. It's not my fault because I have a set of scales, a Nokia set of scales that are supposed to sync to Zwift, and it worked for probably about a month, and then Zwift broke the automatic syncing with these smart scales. And that broke, I think, in August or so, and they haven't fixed it yet. So, I've done my part. I bought an automatically syncing scale, so I'd always be legit, and they broke it. So I can't be held accountable.
I know your pain. Yeah, I've got the well, I assume it's the Wiving scales, is it? But that Nokia bought that.
Yes, yeah. One of those Health Mate or something.
Yeah, that's it. So I've got the Wiving scales, and then Nokia bought Wivings, and then Nokia sold Wivings back to Wivings or something. It was something weird, wasn't it? The owner of Wiving. So yeah, it was really handy, wasn't it? You could just jump on, and it goes straight in and updates. So it's frustrating that Hasbro. I think mine's stuck at 99.4 kilos. So
yeah, I think mine's at 72, and it probably should be at 80 now. but
yeah. And what's your sort of max? What's your FTP at the moment then? If you haven't been on the bike for a while or been doing too much,
I haven't done an FTP test since the last one I did. It was about 240, I think, which would have been August or so. Now it's probably 220. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we can have some fun in the seas, can't we? We can have some. I'm going to come back to fitness in the seas. I got into the very low Bs last year, and say won a race in the Crit City with the sprint at the end. But since then, I'm now I'm getting dropped from the seas in the first 5K. So that's going to be my journey back.
Yeah. So I need to. I've done so little that I did a ride probably about 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't ridiculously long ride. It was maybe about an hour. And my Garmin gave me a 5 and said I was overreaching. So
yeah.
So good, is it?
Lord DeLego says, Darren, let's do graph time. Oh no, we can't. They broke that simple feature months ago. Literally haven't bothered fixing it. Yeah, and he's not very happy about it.
No.
But Peaky Blinder said the scales link broke, and now it works if you repair.
Does it?
Yeah. So disconnect those scales.
But then that undermines my excuse for my Zwift weight.
Yeah, we're quite happy, PK. Oh, thanks, Agnes. I assume you're talking about me there, but your absolute power is super. It's world class, some people would say. For my 3-second power, it's world class. I don't know if you know, Darren, but I'm on TikTok, and one of my TikToks blew up, and it was the one with Ed Lavrak, me chasing him down on the toll road, and I went past him, and I only hit like 1,300, but like the amount of trolls I've got on there is unbelievable. Like going, oh, this is fake. Oh, you should be in the World Tour Pro. It's like, first of all, 100 watts per kilo is nothing special, and you have to be able to do the rest of the ride to get there, don't you? So
yeah. I don't know what my wife was just saying. Just a moment.
Yes, Neil G, I will join you in some races.
So there's my wife and kid are back from their walk in the.
So you're getting called away.
No.
So Neil G is going to join us in some low C rate rides, races. Neil, come on, you leave me out, and yeah. Just seeing if I've missed any. I'm liking the chat on the right hand side here, so I don't have to open. Yeah, so I guess we probably could. I've just broken Phil. probably could use this to stream Zwift as long as, yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to overlay yourself over where Phil is, but you could do. I'm sure you could do this and just have you in a little webcam. So it's quite an easy way if you haven't got a PC or a laptop that can handle it. Because obviously this is all done in the cloud, isn't it? Mainly, yeah. And it does have some green stuff, but it's. I think we might have to play with this definitely for the next Backpedal podcast.
Yeah, should do it. I'll be up for it. I'll take my webcam off this decent computer and put it down in the garage.
Yeah,
with the one that I can't even turn on unattended, because I turn it on and then it sits there saying press F1, and then it sits there saying press escape and get out of the BIOS, and then it boots. So it's not like I can press it, go away, get changed, and come back a minute or two later and it's all set up. No. I have to do it, and sometimes I have to restart it several times because the Wi-Fi won't connect.
It's very nice. I've got one of those routers that spits out the 5G and or whatever it is gigahertz and the 2.4 gigahertz or whatever the term is. But like one's supposed to go through walls and windows better, and one's supposed to be faster, isn't it? So there is a couple of panic moments when I'm out in the conservatory going, oh my God, I'm pressing go live and nothing's happening, and I just have to quickly either reboot everything or switch over and. It's let's just check in with Phil again.
Yeah, it's gonna say.
So can you hear Phil, everyone?
To a point where I don't get dropped. The fairies are here. Confident.
The fairies are here. So can everyone in the chat hear Phil? See, I don't know if making him louder.
Yeah, it's quiet. The sound you can hear is the fans.
So he's got.
It's quite enough to operate in a flat where I'm on the top floor. People don't complain below.
So he's got 43K to go.
Just get it done. You're right, Andy.
This is amazing. He's on YouTube twice.
3K.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah. So PK says yeah. Cool. So that means Ed can jump on and fairies are there again.
Decathlon jellies.
Fun. Those decathlon jellies are funny. It's funny how he said that just as we joined Agnes, wasn't it? So right, I think that's a good little test. So thank you, Darren, for joining us. That was yeah. Anyone just please join. Please help me. Yeah. Ed just messaged back and goes, I'm on a call, boyo. I was like, oh God. So I thought I'd test it whilst Phil was in a longer race. So that's worked quite well. And I think if we pay for the full version, then I get to get rid of powered by StreamYard at the top and add some graphics in. So yeah, cool. Thank you and where can they find you, Darren?
Nowhere these days. Nowhere. I even deactivated my Facebook account. So.
I bet that's nice.
Yeah. At some point, maybe I will start streaming again, or trying to start streaming on my YouTube channel. I had this idea where I was going to vlog my progress at becoming the best rider I'd ever been. Hence the channel name on YouTube, which is Faster After 50. But then. Can't be asked, got hold of me and nothing happened. So I was all enthusiastic back in May in the beginning of lockdown, thinking, well, this would be a good thing to do during the summer. Give me something to do while I can't go out. And then nothing happened. So maybe I'll try and doing it this year.
Well, if we get a couple of C races going, then it'll be really interesting to see some of your side, isn't it, as well?
I think certainly for me, I think it's more. I need some sort of reason to do it. I'm not great at self motivation. So
yeah, we'll have to maybe join one of the leagues or something. Like I did a lot of the ZRG leagues last year. I don't know if I don't know if they're still running. That was quite every Tuesday night or something. And the WRTL, maybe we'll get our butts in gear for that and have a backpedal club for that.
Yeah, I was doing the Dirt Dada Day races. Not last year, the year before. Every Saturday at noon, and they were really good. They were hard races. that was good fun. I really enjoyed the chase race format because I think for me certainly it works better than the just the straight old race, because with straight old race you're out of the back before it starts and then you're just riding on your own. I might as well just ride on my own.
Those Daguerre ones were really good because you get the I think whenever I've done them, they are. I think everyone knows what they're doing. I think in that chase race we did on the last day of the Festive 500, it was almost like everyone was just treating it as one big race and trying to drop as many people as possible. Those Daguerre ones, especially if you roll out of Tempest Fugit, it's just kind of, they all go, right, come on, blob up, stay as a group. And it's about chasing those chasing those Ds. And
the dirt races, I mean, they've been doing those for probably nearly 2 years now. So there are a lot of regulars who really know what the situation is. I think they're rebranded as USA Cycling Chase Race now or something like that. But yeah, they're not a new concept, not a new idea, no. but I think it works really well, and it's not like if you're in the Ds or the Cs or the Bs, whichever group you are that's ahead. Once the other group catches you, you still then, if you can try catching the tail and going with them.
And that's it, isn't it? It's like even on that lapped one on it's 2 laps technically. So I tried to rev up as soon as I saw the Bs. Okay, it didn't work, but there we go. Michael Haran's here. I always used to say his name wrong. How about the new Backpedal race series? Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Crits only for Scott. Hills for Phil and Ed. Yeah. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it?
For me.
Yeah, I'll join you in that one. So cool, right?
I did that a couple of times because I was watching GP Llama streams, and he did a couple of Alp the Zwift ones. But then if you just join from the companion at the top, when he's at the top, then you get a free wheel back down the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can get your free XP, can't you?
Yeah,
I've done that with Bullet Bell a couple of times when he was doing his thing. Let's just say, I wonder if I can chat with Phil. There we go. No, yeah. Would be interested to bring his webcam in on this.
I'm talking about getting to the intermediate climb before the
say that
at T53.
So everyone go over. Can I put a link into this?
Hopefully around about...
He's got 150 likes already.
3 hours 10. And then it's whether or not I can climb it in 50 minutes.
Right, so I've just put a link in the comments for Phil's video. So go over there, give him a like. Oh, I haven't liked it myself.
Thank you very much, Maxime. Appreciate that.
Let me just...
Cheers, Scott. Or Ed. Not sure which of you is manning Backpedal. I think it'd be Scott.
Yeah, probably.
Remember to like and subscribe to Backpedal. Scott, Ed, and I really appreciated all the support over the Festive 500. A lot of fun on the group rides. Great chat and banter on the chat laps. Loads more to come on there, including live streaming some group rides with Backpedal for the Zwift, Tour de Zwift stages.
Who's up for that?
Hi, Darren. How are you? Morning. Oh.
Bye, Agnes. See you soon. Bless him. He's struggling. He's. I can't believe he's done this race.
A free me breakaway. Yeah. Boy, would I love to be able to have the talent to do that.
Trouble is, you just get into the habit of watching him, don't you? So
yeah, it would be funny. That's when we have Mr. Laverack do those kind of things when he's back to full strength.
Imagine if he's doing a ramp test or one of his FTPs, and you've got Ed shouting at him on this. That would be quite good. So, right, Darren, thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for everyone in the chat for doing this little tester. So it just means I don't have to bother Phil and Ed too much. So it's faster after 50 for your new streaming channel coming revitalized in the garage.
Coming this century to a channel near you.
Yeah. I don't need another channel, so there we go. Bye everyone in the chat. Cheers. I'm gonna press end broadcast now. and then it says, do I really want to end it?